you what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, cue the music, by the way.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Alright.
Tell a friend if you got any, cause I don't. Guess who's back. Tell a friend if you got any, cause I don't. Guess who's back. Tell a friend. Oh hey, how's it going? This is Hey Alright with Aiden Granger. And buckle up. We're back, and we're not better than ever. But we're trying. And that's all we can ever do. Because you know what? Hard work. Wait. That's all. Well, hold on. I'm going to restart. That's all we can ever do. Because hard work beats talent every time. Let me start this episode, shall I? ScHoolboy Q has been releasing a lot of. He's been releasing new projects off of his upcoming album, which is called Blue Lips, and I have been enjoying it a lot. The ones that I've seen, and I'm gonna pull it up here. Let me see. Yeah, there's another one out. Why not part 3, which is like kind of like an eclectic visual representation of his process in making the videos for the album. But so yeah, okay, here. That one is cool. Blue Sides is cool, and then Back in Love came out following up right after it. With Devin Malik, and that's cool as well. I'm just saying cool, like I can't generate any other thoughts, any other interesting words. And then he had Why Not came out after that. Why Not episode 1. So those came out at the same time, all 2 weeks ago. And then I'm So Good at This part 2. I've seen all of these so far. Yearn 101, which is a really cool video. It was done very well. The production is very interesting. And I want to note that so far, I think it's going to be all of them, ScHoolboy has been sort of masterminding the aesthetic for all of these videos. He's been the director for all of them. Co-director with, I don't know who it is, but I would assume a legitimate director like in film or whatever, however they linked up or whatever he's from, his background is television or something. But he's been co-directing all these videos, and they've been really cool. I say cool again. They've been radical. They've been hysterical. No, they haven't been hysterical. I don't know why I said that. They've been yeah, like cinematically they are on point. They are developed into his style and his aesthetic, like I said, because he's the one directing it. So it's like unique, really, is what it is. You should watch him. You should just watch it. You should just watch it, is what I should have just said. Oh my God, man. I'm gonna get there. I gotta warm up. It's always sluggish in the beginning. That's alright. We keep on moving. That's alright. We keep on moving. We keep on moving. See how easy it is, dude, to be what everybody else is? That's why we exist. That's why you and I exist. That's why you're listening to me, because we gravitate towards each other. Laws of attraction. I want to Google it because I want to actually know what that means. I know I'm using it correctly, but I want to know what it means. So hold on. You ever pussyfoot around your keyboard and just hit the wrong keys for no reason? I just did that like 3 times in a row. Law of attraction. The law of attraction is the new thought. Wait, what? Oh, is it just some spiritual shit? Oh, God damn it. I just cited spiritual shit. I thought it was like an actual... Oh, well, we're already this far, so I might as well. The law of attraction is the new thought, spiritual belief. The new thought. New thought is capitalized, so that must be like a new thought. A new thought. The law of attraction is the new thought, spiritual belief that positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experiences into a person's life. Yes! We just keep on staying positive, dude. Just stay positive. Because if you're not doing it, who's doing it for you? Think about that for a second. The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Wait, no way. New York Times bestseller. Best-selling authors. New York Times best-selling. Look at this cover. The Law of Attraction. I'm going to put this on my desktop so I don't forget. Hold on. I'm going to put this right here. Dude, it's going to be rough, and it's fine. Just bear with me, would you? And it's B-A-A-R-E. No, it's not. It's B-E-A-R, like the actual bear with me. Isn't that weird? The Law of Attraction. Look at this cover. It's over here. It's over here. It's over here. It's over here. Wherever it is, it's there. The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. There's no way that's a real author's name. Oh, you read that new book by Esther? Hey, Esther's got her new novel out. What's it called? I don't know. Her name's Esther. And Jerry Hicks? What is he, a porn star? What The Law of Attractions by Esther and Jerry Hicks. It sounds like names that a 7-year-old came up with. The basics of the teaching of Abraham. Oh, so it is something. So it is rooted in something. So it's biblical or no? Who cares? Here, look at this. Put this up here too. Put this up here. Look at this. Oh, Law of Attraction, creative cycle. Well, this will be helpful. Ask, right? Okay, and then we're going to go over answered. Okay, and then we're going to go down to allow. And then we're going to swing right up to receive, which points to nothing. It's a big old swooping arrow right to the middle called receive, and it leads to nothing. Into space, maybe? So first you got to ask. Let's practice. Let's do it right here. Okay, you ready? I have a question, Doc. Why are carrots orange? Well, buddy, because they have a certain chemical in them that changes the pigmentation. And when they grow in the ground, when they're oxidized and they come out of the ground, they turn orange. So you just have to allow them to be orange, my friend. Because if you don't, you won't receive the pleasantry of the flavor in your mouth that they create. And that, my friend, baby boy, that buddy boy, is the law of attraction in the creative cycle. So you're welcome. Hey, I'm thinking about writing a book. I'm going to ask myself, what's it about? And then I'm going to answer. I'm going to say, well, it's about ScHoolboy Q's new music videos and how radical they are. Okay, and so then, what's the last step? I don't remember. So then, hold on. Hey, I'm thinking about writing a novel about how frickin' bombastic ScHoolboy Q's new releases have been for his upcoming album Blue Lips, which I ordered the vinyl for, and I'm wondering, how should I progress the story? Oh, I just thought of it. I'm going to do it through a visual medium, and I'm going to do it through video of his video, right? Okay, allow me to do it. Bam! Now I'm receiving fame and critical acclaim. So that's that's law of attraction in a creative cycle for you. I'm exhausting myself. I'm just scrolling down ScHoolboy Q's YouTube account, and I'm seeing all the video. Look, Man of the Year. It's just him with two butts, dude. It's just him with two frickin' pooper cheeks, man, right in the frickin' cover. Why not? Why not? Hey, if you feel like doing something, fucking do it. Because fucking why not? This guy's got a video with two fucking ass cheeks. Bam, boom. What does that say? Why not? If he can do that shit, then what the fuck, dude? Do whatever you want to do. God damn. I was supposed to do a cold open, which I did a different one with the whole coffee thing, which is probably neat, But I was going to do one where it's a clip of the Eastern Starling, and perhaps I'll save it for a different episode because there's so many. They're so interesting, and I love birds. personally, I really love birds. And this bird in particular, the eastern starling, is a very, very unique bird in its vocalization because it can make damn near any sound you can, more than a human. More than a human, yes. More than a human. And it's otherworldly, the noises that comes out of this little fella, this little guy that's probably like this big. And it's quite fascinating. So I was going to do a clip of I was going to cold open it. Don't really know what that means, but I know I'm using it correctly, just like the law of attraction. I was going to cold open this episode with the eastern starling making some wild, unfathomable noises. And I was going to say, oh, and I thought I like to make weird noises. Bleh. You know, when you script shit, here's another lesson for you. When you plan things, it don't work out. It might work out, and that's cool, but it won't feel very good. If you plan shit and you expect things to happen in a certain way, you're going to wake up one day and be like, what the fuck am I doing? You're going to wake up one day and be like, I don't fucking You're going to wake up one day and you're going to tell yourself, I don't fucking enjoy this no more. I keep on planning shit, and I want things to happen a certain way, and it don't happen that way, and I feel like shit. I feel like fucking garbage. I drive down the road and I see people pulling out their cans on the side of the road and I say, hey, it's a goddamn mirror. I am all right. I am mentally all there. I do have my faculties about me. I'm being serious because I know it may appear I don't. And it might look like I'm on some shit, and I am also aware of that too. I know that I'm very aloof, and I'm very odd, but I like it. When people say, I thought about this the other day. I don't know why, but it was like I was thinking of someone. I was thinking of someone meeting me for some reason. Did I just get really short? Yeah, whatever. I'm comfortable. Comfort is king. I was thinking the other day for some reason of someone meeting me, and I was thinking of their response, not to me directly, but like I guess to whoever they're with. And this is how my mind works. Maybe you can relate like to the thought process here because I'm explaining it how it happens. And I thought about them saying to the person that they're with, so not to me directly, like when I'm not around, saying, you know that. Yeah, he's all right, but he's kind of weird. Oh, I know what it was. Bam, boom, bong. Freaking wow. I know what it was. Friend. It was when I got this desk, and I was going to address the set. I guess now I'll do it after this. It's when I went to get this desk for the podcast. And I got it off of Facebook Marketplace from a guy. And I don't know why I thought of him being a guy for some reason. Is gender relevant? I don't know. Anyways, it was after that, and I came back and I lugged it up to my apartment on the 3rd floor. Pity me, pity my soul. And I was thinking, like when I was doing dishes or something, like thinking of like, you ever? And I used to have a really bad habit of doing this, and it was before it was, I would say, unpleasant. I still have to make a constant effort to not do this, but I would overthink things like a lot, and it would kind of like fuck with me, really. And I used to think about like social interactions that I would even be in, like with people. So I was doing that this time, but it wasn't like, you know, I didn't feel anxious or anything. I was just, for some reason, I just randomly thought of it. And I was thinking like how he would, because he said it was kind of funny because I bought it from him and it was only $50. And the reason why I winced a little bit is because, and side note, I don't know if I want to start releasing these back on Apple Podcasts because I think I actually had listeners on there. This is going to for sure be on YouTube. So the visual format is there. And hey, I want you to listen too. But also, you know, I put a little effort. Hey, Look around. I put a little effort into the visual presentation, so check it out on YouTube. Hey, all right, podcast with Aiden Granger. Check it out, maybe if you feel like it. Back to what I was saying. It was kind of funny because so it was $50, and the reason I went is because I only wanted it for $40. If I'm being real, if I'm being honest, I only wanted it. I told myself, and maybe it wasn't even true because so what I did, I cracked open my safe. I took out two $20 bills and I took out a $10 bill, and I was telling myself, this thing's only worth $40. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna bargain it. I'm gonna negotiate it for $40, and I'm gonna leave with this desk for $40. But what did I do? I put $10 in my wallet with those two 20s as insurance. So now, let's take a pause. Why did he do that? Well, maybe he didn't actually feel like he could get it for $40. Maybe he actually because if he really believed he was going to get that thing for $40, why would he have a $10 bill in there as well? Think about that. Maybe that's true, and it probably is. Long story short, got it for $50. But the guy was like younger and he was nice, and it was funny because I checked it out. I was like, okay, I'll take it. Will you help me, give me a hand? Because he also lived up a couple flights. It was only one flight, but we brought it down, loaded it into my car, and I gave him the money, and that was that. That's like the end of the transaction. But the legs needed to be removed because it didn't slide all the way into my car. So he's like, oh, I got a tool. I'll go get it. And he left, and he was gone for like at least 5 minutes or more. And I was sitting there like, this guy, he really doesn't have to come back. And I was starting to expect him not to come back. So I turned this thing on its side, and it slid in on its side fine. But he came back. He walked back out, and he kind of had a smile on his face. And I was like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna come back. Or I was like, oh, you came back. And he's like, oh yeah, I was just telling my friend inside because he's like online with somebody. And he's like, I was just saying, like, I don't have to go. I could leave this dude there. I don't have to go back out there. So I was, you know what? The $10, that's worth the $10. The camaraderie, okay, between two men. The camaraderie between two men having a civil transaction. It's worth the overture. Is that the right word? Let's find out. What's up with me just saying things I don't really know if I actually know? Hold on. I said overture? Here, I'm gonna check myself right quick. An orchestral piece at the beginning of an opera, suit, play, oratorio, or other extended composition. So, no, not the correct word. Or number 2, an introduction to something more substantial. So, no, not correct. Twice over. But it's worth the $10, because the guy was nice. He was younger, We talked about Tallahassee. And here's the thing. Fucking sucks. And I'm going to move out. By God is my witness that I don't believe in. I don't know yet, Things change. Maybe I will one day. Who knows? Maybe I'm curious. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. By God is my witness, and by whoever else wants to be my witness, I will move out of Tallahassee. And I will move back to the north, where I call my home. And I shall do it. And I will do it. Because this place is a dead end. This place is a fucking... This place sucks. Tallahassee sucks dick. It sucks dick. And I've been here for a year or more, and it fucking hasn't stopped sucking dick. Damn it. If Tallahassee's good for something, it's fellatio. But really, it's not fun. And I made a decision, and I'm going to move. And that's in progress. And that's all that I'll say about it. Because it's a tough decision, and it's one that I'm making on my own. As a man that I'm trying to become. Full transparency. So, yeah. He was saying, and this sums up Tallahassee really for you. It was in an apartment complex, and he was saying, oh yeah, I was like, how do you like living here? And he's like, I think he actually said it sucks. Like literally, I think he said that. I think he was like, yeah, it sucked. And I was like, oh yeah, I feel you. And then he's like, 5 people got shot right there. And he pointed right behind me. I was like, oh, well, I've heard that before, so that's cool. Literally, he wasn't kidding. Fucking, what am I doing with my life here? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing? You got to ask yourself. Every now and then, you got to ask yourself, what are you doing? What are you really doing? When you wake up, I got an assignment for you. If you've listened this far, God bless you. And I keep on referring to the Almighty. And if you're of the religious stature and you find that to be offensive when I say I don't believe in him, like I was saying, I don't know what I was saying. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know what I was saying. I keep on doing that. Why do I keep on doing that? No, I remember now. I have an assignment for you. If you listen this far, and that's what it was. If you listen this far, then, thank you. And God bless you. I think that's what I was saying. I have an assignment for you. Wake up tomorrow. Wake up tomorrow, and I'm not saying you have to work on it. I'm not saying that you have to do anything about it. But just wake up tomorrow and ask yourself, what am I doing? That's it. That's the assignment. Just wake up tomorrow, and it has to be when you wake. It has to be the first thing you think of when you wake up. That's the only parameter. Just wake up tomorrow and ask yourself, what am I doing? That's all that I ask. And law of attraction, you got to ask. I love how I just learned this and I'm already using it. You gotta ask, and then maybe you'll come to your own answer, and maybe you'll come to your own allowance, and then maybe you'll receive whatever you want to receive from it. I will leave the rest to you, but I just want you to ask yourself, what am I doing when you wake up? It has to be when you wake up. Don't get out of bed. Don't brush your teeth. Don't make breakfast. Don't look at your phone. Don't kiss your bitch on the mouth. Sorry, that was crass. Wake up and just, before you do any of those things, just say, and it doesn't have to be out loud. It can be out loud if you want it to be, but just say somewhere in your head, what am I doing? And figure out the rest of the steps on your own. Maybe you can ask yourself what you'll attract. Maybe you can ask yourself what you've already attracted and why you've attracted it. Maybe you can ask yourself, where will you go from here? What tools do I have thus far that I've created for myself, that I've acquired on my own? What are those tools, and how will they be applicable to the future? Maybe you can ask yourself that. I think it's a good idea. Why not? Hey, why not? Oh, but that's too hard. Oh, that's stupid. Well, then move right along, friend. Then I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you then. That's okay. It's fine. I'm not talking to you. But for the ones that listen to that, and it moved, it slithered around on their noggin warmly, and it got some things moving, and it shook something up. You. Yeah, you. Ask yourself that tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, specifically. Don't do it now. Don't do it now. Don't do it now. Don't even think about it. Just remember that you got to do it. Set a reminder. Whatever you got to do, just do it in the morning. Wake up. This is you. Ready? What am I doing? It doesn't have to be like that. But if that's the way that it happens, then that's how it happens. Because life happens. But this is you. Look. Yeah. Yeah. What am I doing? That would work too. But you got to do it. You got to do it. Look, if I'm doing this, if I can put all this shit together and I can say that to you in a podcast episode, then you can fucking ask one question. Yeah, I'm getting angry. Yeah, I'm giving out assignments. You're in my class, babe. Hey, babe, you're in my class. This is my class. This is my class. Class is in session. So listen up, friendo. It's a simple request, really. And if you're a listener, if you've been a listener before and you're faithful and you appreciate what I do, first of all, thank you. And second of all, you can do it. Because I asked for a reason. Well, maybe I don't ask for any reason. I'm not going to tell you why. Hey, I'm going to stop talking. Anywho. The set. Does it look nice? Does it look cool? I know it's a little more, I know the aesthetic is a little more dramatic, I would say, just because it's a black background. And I know that the lighting is going to look, it's going to look good. It's going to look good. But I know it looks more, I would say, compare this episode to the last one that I have out, the last like proper episode, I would say it looks more sophisticated. I would say it looks more serious in nature. And this is just off of visually alone. And that's okay. And that's fine. But it looks good, don't it? I think so. Well, shit, I know so. I'm doing it, aren't I? But how do you like it? I mean, leave a comment. Hey, leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment about anything. Leave a comment. Just leave a comment. I think this is going well. It started off fucking. It's still heating up, you know? But I'm rustier than I'm rustier than a screwdriver that's been sitting in a goddamn bathtub for about 3 or 4 years, man. God damn. Sorry, I've been living in Tallahassee too long. I'm picking up the lingo. It's like southern. It's like the thick southerners. It's like they talk right out here, man. It's like they're the goddamn late don't even move and they talk like they're something right there, man. It's like they're that ringing man. That's literally what. It's like all up in here. You hear it? Man. I like watching football. Goddamn, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like all up in here. If you want to do a country accent, go like this. This is the first step. This is the first step for a country accent. Once you got that down, then you're good. Then you can fool anybody. Call someone up on the phone. Call someone up on the phone and say the crop is over. Call someone up on the phone and say, hey, man, listen up here, man. The goddamn crop, man, it's wilting everywhere. It's wilting everywhere, man. The goddamn corn, dude, it's wilting all over the place, man. I don't know what to do here, man. What do I do? Hey, Susan. Hey, Susan, listen there. The guy on the phone, he said, no, the crowd, what'd you say? No, he said the crowd, they're fine. Yeah, no, Susan said that all right. What? Sorry, I got distracted because I think I started typing. Let me stop while I'm ahead. That might be a good idea. Want to know why? My voice is a business. My voice is a business, babe, and I gotta save that shit, girl. Nick G has had some new releases as well, particularly videos is what I'm referring to. Those have been interesting as well. He collaborated on an album that I really like. Speaking about music videos. Yeah, so I just pulled up his thing, Nick G on YouTube. He has a whole new project out. It looks like, yeah, it's a full album. But the Are You Looking Up video live is what I'm referring to. That one was interesting. It's all right. I mean, I tried to listen to the album, and honestly, I didn't really like it that much. And it's not to discredit him or anything. I like what he's doing. I like the noise that it's creating. I just didn't really enjoy all the songs. I think Are You Looking Up? I don't know if I can play it because I don't know if I'll get like stricken or whatever by YouTube. But Are You Looking Up was decent. That's a decent one. But what I was saying is he collaborated on an album, a visual album, I'll say, that I really liked when it came out. I don't know if I've ever spoke about it on here. It might have been like it might have happened during the phase where I wasn't doing this, in my life. Because life people's lives are about chapters, and I had a chapter where lots of things happened, and one of those things that was happening was me not doing this show for some reason, and I'm not regretful. I'm not saying I'm regretful, because time is never wasted, and I took what I did from that phase in my life, and now we're here. So, I'm not regretful, and it was not a waste of time, but I wasn't doing this, and that's all I'm saying. So it might have came out, and what the name of it is it's called Absolutely by Dijon. So if you haven't heard of it, after this, when you're done watching this, go watch that. Just look up Dijon, like the mustard, Dijon. And the album's called Absolutely. When Big Mike's came out, I don't know if it's still titled that. Actually, let me see. This is the first song I heard by him, and the first thing off Big Mike's Live. When that came out, I was like, whoa, this is really cool. This is really bombastic. Yeah, it's a really cool visual album, because he intended it to be that way, a visual album. So every song has its own, and it's all shot on the same set. It's just like different variations. Like the song has its own language, So yeah, I would encourage you to watch those. Oh look, he's got a new thing called Coogee. I've never seen that before. I want to watch that later. But yeah, absolutely. So Mick G. So on Big Mike's, Mick G is in Big Mike's actually. He's the guitarist in Big Mike's, and he actually has supporting vocals as well. I think he sings part of the song as well. Not like his own verse or anything, but he backs up Dijon in the video. But you'll see, if you watch Big Mike's, you'll see him in there. It's the same guy. So I thought that was cool. I thought his new stuff is Mick G. It's, like I said, I like what he's doing. It's not my favorite, but I don't like, I don't think I would listen to it, but I don't dislike it. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that's happening in music. Speaking of Dijon, Matt Champion from Brockhampton has a new video with Dijon. Dijon isn't in it, but he has vocals on it, and that was also a cool video. Cool. That was also a bombastic video. It's kind of, I don't know what this, I only watched it once, but it's interesting because it tells like a story. It tells a story of like, I'm not playing it. I promise I'm not watching it right now. It's called Aphid. So like the name suggests, I don't know if you heard that. My stomach is growling. But it tells a story. And this, I'm just going off what I remember because I only watched it one time. But I remember liking it enough to write it down to want to talk about it. It's like telling a story of him, Matt Champion, as he's like a plant or something. That's what I derived from it. He's like a plant. Like a literal plant. Like something that grows out of the ground. Like it starts off with him in a shot where like the horizon I think is like all the way at the top of the frame. And like he's kind of like situated down in like the bottom right corner. And he's like laying there like he's been there for a long time. And like this stuff is like grown, like the what's it called? The environment, what's the word? I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word for like plants and stuff. Like when the vegetation. Anyways, you get the point. It's like grown into him. Like he's like something happened to him. And I'm literally just going off of when I first watched it. I pulled it up here. Here. I'm not even looking at it right now. This is just going off of memory. It's like something has happened to him. And like he's like depressed or something. Like giving up on life or whatever. And he's been in this field for so long that like the plants have grown into him. He's become like a plant. And then he goes through like this sterilization process where they're like, picking out like plants from his skin and stuff because he became the environment. Like he became this like, plant, I guess. Aphid, whatever. It's called aphids. So aphids like those little green bugs that are on plants, but it's cool. It's like I don't know if I'd watch it. I'll probably watch it again. Yeah, I will watch it again. After talking about it, now I will watch it again, and maybe I'll get a different assessment of the whole thing. But you should check that out. I think I remember it being a decent song too. It's not one that like really stuck with me, but it was. I like Dijon's. I remember liking Dijon's. It's a cool collab, really. Like Dijon and Matt Champion is a cool collab. Because he's from Brockhampton. He was probably one of the better rappers from Brockhampton, or one of the probably the best rapper, honestly, from Brockhampton. Well, Kevin Abstract is pretty decent too, but he's more of like I would say has more of a traditional rap sound to his vocals, like his music. So I was excited when I saw the video. It's from 8 days ago. When I saw it pop up when I saw the song pop up and then I saw that Dijon is on it, I was like, oh, this will be radical. This will be bombastic. But yeah, I like how he and I don't remember who directed it. Oh, it says right here, directed by Anna Pollock. Oh, it's by a woman. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I'm hovering over and I was correct. The opening shot, the horizon's at the top of the frame and he's at the bottom right. Because when you hover over thumbnails on YouTube, it'll start playing it. But yeah, I like when music. Because I think objectively music should tell a story. Maybe not directly, like it shouldn't be literally saying like, oh, I woke up here, I did this, I met this person. Like it's like it doesn't have to tell a story. But I think it's emotional appeal should like take you on some sort of journey, right? Because that's what like effective music will do. It'll take you. Music is like a vessel, and it will take you somewhere. If it can take you somewhere, if it can write your story, if you can write a story with it in your brain when you listen to it, then that's probably a good song. And then when I like when there's a cinematic language as well paired with it, and that kind of it either can or can't take away from it, and sometimes it does take away from it, but sometimes it pairs very nicely. And Aphid is telling its own story, and I thought that was interesting. There's a couple trailers that tickled my fancy. One of them was LongLegs by Oz Perkins. It's a new film coming out. I wonder when I'm gonna look. Hold on, I'm gonna go to my one of my favorite websites, IMDb, one of the best websites ever. It's called LongLegs by Oz Perkins. I wonder when it comes out. Oh, wait, what? It didn't come up. What the hell? Did he change the title? Hold on. Did he change the title? Did he really change the title? Wait, what? Oh! Wait, whoa. Well, I just found out something really cool, and I'll tell you in a second. What the hell? Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, it's right here. It's one word. I looked up LongLegs and it didn't come up. It's one word, LongLegs. But it looks really cool. Why do I keep on saying cool, and why does it keep on bothering me that I'm saying it looks cool? God damn. It's a new film by Oz Perkins, and what I just found out, in Nope by Jordan Peele, he plays himself. The director, the dude that's in, the guy that plays a film director in Nope is Oz Perkins. I knew he was familiar. I knew for some reason I knew him from something, and that's what it is. That's kind of cool, actually. He was literally in Nope as himself. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's him right there. Huh. But wait, no, sorry. I was thinking of the guy that did like that filmed like nature, and like there was like that scene where he filmed like a tiger getting eaten by like a python in like the jungle. I was thinking of that guy that plays the director. But actually, he did play himself. It is factual. But he played himself Looks like because I just saw a picture. He played himself in the beginning where they're filming like the horse. My God, he's 6'4". Where they're filming for like their ranch or whatever in the beginning, where the horse reacts to the light flash, which will then later on play a factor in the film if you haven't seen it. That's when he played himself. He was the director on that set. Where they're like, okay, my name is whatever from the Hollywood Ranch. It's that director, but it's still him. But I knew he was familiar for some reason when I saw that it was by Oz Perkins. I knew the name was familiar. But anyways, I saw the trailer for the first trailer that came out for LongLegs, and it looks really cool. It looks like it's going to be definitely effective, I would say. Definitely effective. Definitely an acquired taste. Because it is very off-putting if you're not into that sort of thing. It's really, honestly, it's like true crime, but like, it's like when you hear true crime podcasts and stuff, or like videos or whatever, it's like a personification of that. Like, it's just, it's straight up just raw. It looks raw. LongLegs by Oz Perkins. And it's got the girl from It Follows in it, who was in It Follows. What's her name? I don't even know. What's her name? Oh, yeah, Makai Monroe from It Follows. And that whole film was shot in Michigan, where I grew up. Like, literally a town over from where I grew up, in Clawson. They shot scenes in Clawson High School. And this has become I think a modern day like cult classic. It Follows. I mean, I've seen it a couple times, but the whole thing was shot in Michigan and in my neck of the woods, like literally, like I said, like a town over, like 10 minutes away from where I grew up. But I've been to like I've been in the same pool. I swam in the same pool that they shot like the pool scene in. But it's got her in it. Makai Monroe is her name, as I think the main character, like the detective or something. But it's about a serial killer. And when I say it's raw, it looks straight up like raw. Like it's playing right now. It's on mute. Here, wait. So yeah, it'll be family friendly for sure, definitely. Yeah, so I'm excited for that, and I'm sure that the mic picked that up. That at the end there, when it was like help, like that's someone obviously that's a victim. But here's the interesting thing: if you look at the cast members, and he's not in the trailer. Nicolas Cage is in it, and I think he plays like the serial killer, which is freaking bombastic, dude. Nicolas Cage as a serial killer? Fuck yeah. Sign me the fuck up. Oh, even the pictures are cool. But like it looks and feels like it's just straight up true crime. Like it's not even a movie. Like it's like a long documentary of a true crime story. Like it doesn't spare any of the gory or the dark details. It explores all of it, and it looks like it's shot really well. So it really does. Like the cinematography. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Neon is one of the studios behind it, who also I think supports Jordan Peele. But yeah, watch that trailer. If you're into dark, mysterious stuff, then it'll be for you. If you're into true crime in general, then it'll definitely be for you. It looks like in the beginning she opens a book called 9 Circles of Hell. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if it's a real book. But films like this, stories like this, kind of like, I liken it to Prisoners by Denis Villeneuve, who is my second favorite director. If you've been a fan of the show for long enough, you'd probably know my rankings. Here's number 1 for a hint. Right down there. Number 2 is Denis. My Denis boo-boo. Denis Villeneuve boo-boo. Denis Villeneuve is my second. Prisoners. Films like when it depicts like serial killers and there's like a maze, who Villeneuve always has a maze in his films. That's like a whole analysis of its own, but there's always like a visual maze that characters move through, or a maze in the story. When the killer has like it's just fun to watch when like when you know like the killer, it's always like it's always in the context of like a serial killer for some reason, or like crime, you know, like when there's like a maze or like a pattern. Well, that much is true for serial killing in general. I mean, it's gross, but like that's become like, you know, the school of thought or like the philosophy towards it. Kind of like like the story of Mindhunter, when whoever the author is like kind of cracked the code, how like killers follow like an MO or whatever. That's like when all that talk about new thought. That's when that new thought. That's how that was birthed. If you've seen Mindhunter, that's how that's how we know. That's how, like, when people talk about serial killers now, and they're like, oh, you know, they're gonna, you know, they'll return to the scene of the crime and like masturbate or whatever, or like they have like they go for like a certain type of person because of their psychology, or like, you know, they hate their mom or like shit like that. That's when all that started. Mindhunter, kind of, that's literally where that started. It was by an FBI agent. I don't know his name, but he figured all that shit out. He applied psychology to like killing, and he found out how you could, like, you know, track a killer through their psychology or like their victims and stuff. But when a story in the context of like a killer, like I said, follows that, and like narratively, visually, it follows like that maze, and like in here, like 9 Circles of Hell, which I'm assuming will be a theme or like a motif throughout the film. When it follows that, it's really interesting to watch, and it's fun. For me, at least, because it's kind of like a brain game. It's dark and fucked up, but it's a brain game, and it's a teaser, in a way. Now it's playing. What was it called? It was on my list. I always add movies to my list, and I never get around to watching them. I don't know why. I'm bad at. It sounds weird, but pleasuring myself. I'm bad at like giving myself pleasure. I don't know why. You know, I don't treat myself enough. Maybe I don't feel like I deserve it. Dream Scenario. That's what it is. It's playing stuff from Dream Scenario, which was on my list, and I still want to see, with Nicolas Cage. Maybe it's because Nicolas Cage is also in LongLegs. But it looks like, it says right here for the cover, I'm sure there'll be a picture of it. LongLegs, Mackay Monroe, and Nicolas Cage. Those are the 2 main people. So he's got to be the killer, right? Now I'm curious. Is it going to explore the killer's point of view of things? Because that's not something that's common. And I've had ideas where I want to explore that personally, if I told the same story. There's a Dune watch by Hamilton? What's going on here? For the new Dune, there's a watch by Hamilton? What the fuck? So if they're marketing, if they're promoting him as the main character, or as the co-main, like the co-lead or whatever, I don't really remember the term of it because my brain is running on fumes right now, then is it going to explore his point of view or his perspective as a killer? That would be cool. Not cool in subject, but cool for film, you know? I don't know. I really am running on fumes, though. God, I'm starving. I feel like I'm getting lightheaded. I need water. That's what I need. I want to keep on rolling, though, because we're over an hour. But fuck, dude, the beginning was all just fucking rambling, you know? God, this is why I need to... I'm glad I'm shooting this on Thursday, because it's supposed to come out on Wednesday, you know? It will come out on Wednesday. I'm really terrible at losing myself. I fucking lose myself a lot. I do. I honestly do. I lose sight of myself a lot. Well, I do. But recently, I don't think I actually have been that often. But it is something. It is 13 subscribers. Fuck, dude. I had a fucking following on here, and people like gave me praise too. Fucking hey, what the fuck am I doing here? Oh, it'll be all right. You know, it's all good. It's all good. My ex used to love when I did that. Because I sound... Hey, it's going to sound bad, but I sound black, right? I do, right? What white lady ever does that? So give me a break. Maybe this won't stay in. I'm not gonna keep that in. But she was African. She was African. My ex was African. So, you know, I was allowed... I'm not going to say I was allowed to do... I'm not going to say I'm allowed to fucking appropriate anything or imitate or mock anything. I'm not mocking it, but, you know, people interpret things how they will, right? I'm not saying I was allowed to do any of those things, but she was African, so, you know. And she found it to be funny and encouraged and was encouraging. So fucking, you know? Oh, God. I've been thinking about her, too. Fucking, I don't know why. Oh, shit on a stick. You know? Just shit right on a stick. Just shit on it and fucking... I don't know why. I've been thinking about her. And like in a different way too. Not like how it was. Not how it was. Like before it was like I think about her and be like, okay, fucking what are you doing? Just stop. And that's what it was like. It's like, okay, I'm thinking about her again. I'm going to stop thinking about her. And that's fine. It worked. It was okay. It wasn't fun, but it was okay. You know? It's like, oh, fucking... Hey, I love getting reminded of someone I used to fucking be in love with. Fuck yeah, awesome, cool. And then I'll be like, fucking stop. And I would. And that was all groovy. And that was happening, and it was happening. But now it's different, dude. Now it's fucking different. Because I'm finding like I'm moving in a new direction. And for some reason, something like, oh my God. I'm like being like innately reminded of her. It's like at a level where it's not even like, I wrote down this journal right here. Hey, I got nothing to hide. This journal right here is for therapy, right? And this journal right here is for miscellaneous junk. Like freaking exterior balcony day scripts. Ideas for music videos, my friend. Because we're doing it, and we stay doing it. And freaking, bam, ideas and junk, okay? And this is for fucking therapy, because I'm in therapy, and you need it. You might not need it, but it'll be a good idea. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be fucking afraid of it. And in many ways, what I'm doing here, what this is therapy. To some, and to moi. Okay? Fucking here. I got nothing to fucking hide. Listen to this shit. For some reason, and I'm unsure why, I cannot stop thinking of texting her. Something is telling me, and it's more than my voice, that I should. So why do I continue to ignore it? Why do I speculate? And fucking why do I? Listen, man, I gotta ask myself questions all the time. I got fears, I got worries, I got fucking shit. Everybody's got fucking shit. At the end of the day, everybody's fucking shit, you know? They're fucking horny for shit. Fuck yeah. Sorry. It's funny because I had a potty mouth and I'm talking about going potty. But really, I mean, everyone's got their own junk going on. So it's like you don't got to fucking worry about a goddamn thing, right? Right. God. Ow. Huh. I don't know. I just have a feeling like it's like it's more than just like a voice in my head saying like, you know, getting reminded of her, like saying like, oh, you know, or like a feeling, like a spontaneous feeling of like, oh, I miss you, or, you know, I want to talk to you or something like that. It's weird because it's like, feels like it's more than that. It feels like it's like a gut feeling, And I don't really know why. I don't know why it feels different, but it does. Like something's telling me to just like ask her how she's doing. I don't know. It's strange because I had a session recently, and it was strange because the same day, the night before, I had a dream about her, like randomly. And normally it's like, oh, you know, you dream about things that you kind of like are thinking about. That happens. But this time it was just out of nowhere. I had a dream of her. And I don't really remember what it was about, but she was in it. And it was like, it felt like all too real. And then the same day, the morning of, like coming off of that, I had a session. And in that session, she came up somehow. And my therapist said to me, she said, well, can you guys get back together? And I don't know why this has been on my mind so much, but like the way she even asked that, I was like, I don't know. For some reason that like left an impression on me. She's like, oh, can you guys get back together? I don't know why. Like without her knowing anything, she doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know her name. She doesn't know anything about the relationship, but she asked that in that way. Like so like casually. Maybe I'm just surprised because like nothing can be that casual for me. I have to plan things out. And it's funny, I was talking about how, you know, joking around saying like, don't make plans. Because really, you shouldn't. I mean, okay, you should. For certain things, yeah, you got to have a plan. I'm thinking, I say that more like holistically. Like, you know, like the way you think about things. You don't got to plan it, you know? You just got to ride your feeling. You got to ride off of like spontaneity sometimes. And a lot of things I do relies on that, and that's fine. But it's like maybe it's surprising. Hold on, I'm sorry. I my voice needs. Hold on. This is water, by the way. It's not beer. Mountain water. I'm telling you, this stuff is so good. It's really so good. But God, I'm exhausted. I think why that was so impressionable was, and I don't even know who is gonna give a shit about this, but I'm committing to it. I'm hanging out with myself, and I'm hanging out with you. You and I are hanging out. That's what this is all about, remember? It's just you and I. But, I don't know. I think why that was so impressionable was, like I said, because, like, to say something that casually or, like, I don't know. She's just, like, the way she said it, like, oh, can you guys get back together? Maybe it's like I haven't even explored that option. Maybe because I thought, well, here's something. Here's something about myself. I'm extremely absolute. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm really black and white, honestly. Things for me are just very black and white. They're very literal. There's too many syllables. I said too many syllables. Things are very literal. When people say things to me, I often take them literally. So, like when we split, like when we broke up, you know, like when people leave, someone has left my life, okay, for good, permanently. And that's probably why these things now are an issue, or that I think this way. But I think of things absolute. So like when someone leaves, when I break up with her, for example, it's like, okay, I might not be doing it consciously, but like I'm as like a mechanism, I'm thinking like cognitively, I'm like, the way things are moving around, it's like, this is a permanent thing, you know, if that makes sense. It's a permanent thing. She's gone forever. I'm never going to see her again. She's gone for good. I'm not going to talk to her. Like, I might not be saying that to myself, but that's how I'm thinking. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the best way I guess I could describe it. So when she says like, oh, can you guys get back together? It's like, I don't know. Can we? So now I'm like on that, you know? Shit. I don't know. I don't mean to drag the episode down, but I do want to be with my babies, with my babes. I'm fully transparent, and I'm here for you, and you're here for me. Okay, I'm a voice for you. Hopefully, I can be whatever I provide, and you provide me the opportunity to share my voice. So we have a mutual relationship, and I thank thee for that. I think I should wrap this up, though, because it's been quite a while. I'm sure it's been rough. I'm sure it has been rough. I only hope that it has been enjoyable. And I'm getting back into the swing of it, so, bear with me. BEAR. Yeah, so, okay. We're back. And we're doing it. Forever and always. Episode 16. This was episode 16 of Hey Alright. And it was pretty cool. Remember your assignment. And I'm being serious. Hey, even leave a comment if you completed it. It could be anything, dude. It could be whatever you want. Just do the assignment. It's open to your interpretation. Okay? You know the guidelines. Go rewind and find them. All right? And I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening. Kapush. Kapai. Goodbye.